Hey Miles and Cody. Today I want to talk to you guys about listening. Do you know that listening is probably the most important thing we can do when we're with friends and with our family and with people we care about, especially if they're going through a tough situation or they're feeling a lot about something? Here's my favorite poem. It's called Please Listen. When I ask you to listen to me and you start giving me advice, you have not done what I asked. When I ask you to listen to me and you begin to tell me why I shouldn't feel that way, you are trampling on my feelings. When I ask you to listen to me and you feel you have to do something to solve my problem, you have failed me, strange as that may seem. Listen. All I ask is that you listen. Don't talk or do, just hear me. So often people will share with me that when they're going through a tough time in life, all they really want is somebody to listen. And when we listen with our whole bodies. So, for instance, we would turn toward the person speaking. So Miles right now wouldn't be licking Cody's face. He'd be actually looking at me. And Cody, you'd be looking at me too. That's something, because communication is so much more than just our words. It's our body language as well. It's actually putting your cell phone aside and not texting while a friend's sharing with you something that's going on. Just listen. You don't have to have the answers. Another thing that we often do is we ask a lot of questions. You don't need to ask somebody a lot of questions when they're sharing something that's upsetting to them. Just listen. Yesterday I did a workshop for teachers up in Bergen County, and I did an exercise with them where they paired up and one person shared something. The other one just had to listen. They weren't even allowed to ask or talk. And when they were done, I asked them to share what it was like. And one woman said, it was liberating because I actually got to listen and not feel like I had to solve her problems. And that was great, because so often we're thinking, I have to solve someone's problems. I have to tell them what to do. When listening isn't about that. Listen without judgment. If somebody says they're scared about something, you don't tell them they shouldn't be scared, or that's silly, or there's worse things. Just listen. If somebody says they're angry about something, don't talk them out of their anger. Listen to them. Let them know. Same thing with depression. If somebody's very depressed and they want to tell you that they're very, very depressed and overwhelmed, please listen. Say, talk to me. I want to hear what you have to say. I want to know what's on your mind. And then if you're worried about them, you can bring them to speak to somebody and get them help. But it's really, really important when it comes to listening that you're just there. If you're not able to listen because you're busy or you're preoccupied, tell them that. Say, I really want to hear you. And if you call me at 7 tonight or come by later, I can hear you. Obviously, if they're in a really bad state, please make the time right now to listen to them. But if it's something that can wait, tell them another time they can let you know and that you'll be there later on that day. So please listen, guys, okay? It really, really helps. Thank you.